Danny, Justin here. So we're just going to do a quick little operation today. First thing to do is to hit palette up here. So you might have something in the middle here, some jelly beans. If you do, right click and do this, select them and then hit delete and they'll be gone. The other thing to make things easier is you click on this X here and that will just give you more space. So what we're going to do is very simple. We're going to hit tab like so, and we'll go over to the black section over here. So we've got all of these comps. So we're going to get 3 of these. So first thing we do is we get a geometry. So click on the geometry and drop it down. Just going to scroll in a little bit there. So we've got a geo. Now I'll do the same thing again. I hit tab. This time I'm going to get a camera. You can stop this video at any time if I'm going too fast. It's all pretty simple. It's not going to be a complicated thing, so I'm just kind of talking quickly and making it not too long. So geo, camera, click tab, and a light. Great. So Danny, we can move the sparkler around in our tree and sparkler project, and I'm just going to show you part of the way of how we do that. So we've got our geo, cam, and light. We do 2 more. We go tab again. This time go to the purple area and click on that, and maybe type in REN, and there's only a couple showing up still, and the one we want is render. So click that and put that one there. So we've got our geo, which is where the torus or the donut lives. We've got our camera, which is looking at the donut for us, on the torus, and the light is lighting it up. And then the render is where we see it. So the render is kind of like printing it out almost, because when it's in the geo, it's kind of inside the computer in 3D space, but the render is actually just 2D like a picture. So to show you how we move this around, I'm not going to hook up a connect. I'm just going to hit tab one more time. So then up the top here, you hit LFO, and there's just one that'll come up, which is the LFO, and we do that. So the LFO just counts up to 1 and then back down to -1. You can make it count up to anything you like. It could go up to 1,000,000 and then -1,000,000, or it could just go up to 1,000,000 and back to 0 and keep doing that. But we'll leave it exactly as it is, except we'll make sure it's got the green box and we'll hit A, and that makes it active. Active means that I can get some information from it. So if I go to my geo and I click on that, standard left click on that, now we've got the information for the geo here. So just here next to translate, I'm going to drop something into that box. Right now it says 0, but if I go back over to my LFO and I click on it and then drag and drop here and hit export chop, boom. It's counting up to 1 and -1, and I've put it on the x-axis for the translate. So where this is here, that's the x-axis, so left and right. If I dropped it into here, it'd be going up and down, because that would be the y-axis. And if I dropped it here, that's the z-axis, so that's going further away from you and back towards you. So we've got something that's moving all on its own, just through the creation of a torus and an LFO being hooked up to move the torus around. So can you make that maybe 3 times? And so make it and then delete it, make it and then delete it, and then you'll get used to putting this together, and slowly we'll get to the point where we make it into a sparkly ball like the one in the project. But mainly what I just want to show you is how we move things around like this. Okay, cheers.